So once you log in and you see this underneath of our group here, you can click inside of your infographic website ideation. And here's where I want each of you to create your own Figjam area where you store all of your information. To do that, it's really simple. You'll just go up in here to the upper right corner where it says create. There's a drop down menu and you'll have some options here, and I'm going to choose this right here where it says Figjam. Okay. Once this loads, you're just going to see a big kind of gray dot matrix void. All right, think of this as kind of an endless piece of paper that you can do whatever you want with inside of here. How many of you guys have used Figjam before? No one. Okay. All right. Well, it's pretty darn simple. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give this a name, and so that I know whose board I'm looking at. So if you just click up here where it says untitled, and you just, you know, type in your name, that's the first thing that I want you to do. You can create multiple pages and stuff in here if you want, but we just need one. All right. Okay, and then from here, what you can do is you can start to put stuff in your space. Depending on how you like to work, I'm not going to tell you guys how to use your space. You can lay it out however you want. Some people like to just go right in and they like to just start grabbing imagery or inserting links. Everything is really straightforward, right? So you have basic stuff here like a type tool, add some text, here's a link, and if I wanted to, I could just, you know, highlight this. Maybe I can copy and paste a URL to one of the websites that I'm drawing some of my facts or statistics from and put it in there. Maybe I link other visual examples to a website that I like aesthetically and I want to work some of those graphic elements in. You can also add, you know, like basic shapes or arrows, so I can be like, hey, once I get past this stage, or, you know, you'll see this image, then, you know, we're going to come here to this other idea, right? Etc. So it's basically a visual way to map out some of the ways that you're thinking. You can see there's a lot more shapes in here that you can bring up once you're selected on any of these, okay? If you want to change the color, they're on the far left side, okay? This is where you change it. Okay, and then I can draw my next idea to whatever. Okay, I can work with the alignment, the type size. I can change my color later on if I decide that I want it to be something else. I can decide if it's solid, if it's you know, like gonna have some kind of other border. If I want none, okay, for the border, I can have it there. You can just move stuff around. I mean, it's pretty straightforward and intuitive. You can look under more shapes here, which will bring up a panel on your left side. You can see they've got kind of some fun ones here, some gears, some location things, icons, little lightning bolts and other things. Past the shapes, obviously we have your type tool here. Once you type something, I moved kind of fast this last time, but you can create a text box, you can add your notes. Again, come up here to change the color of any of your type. You might have to select it and then change it. You can, there's some really basic just ways that you can change your fonts here if you want to. At this particular stage, you know, it's not like you can bring up Adobe fonts and choose your favorite, you know, Adobe Garamond Pro or whatever. So you're kind of limited in that way, but we don't need it at this particular phase. You can also, like, what's really cool is they kind of have this auto, like, mind mapping type of feature where you can branch out on your ideas. If you hit Command Z, it'll edit, kind of like undo, just like any other program. Okay. Let's see. You can create sections. So, like, let's just say I wanted to put all of this stuff and wrap this part in a particular idea. I could start here and I could just be like, you know, like topic selection, right? And I could change the background color of my board too if I wanted to keep everything color coded. And then I could create another board or another section, right? And I can just click and drag. And then maybe this is, you know, statistics, right? And then maybe over here, I might have another board for imagery or icons that I might want to use. Okay, you guys get the idea. And again, like I could color code these just so that I can differentiate everything from each other. Okay, you can also do things like insert tables if you want to. You can put like little stamps, like, so when I come in here, or you guys, you know, go in and look into something, you could like leave a little indicator of like, oh yeah, this is a really cool idea, or I love this, or I don't think that's gonna work. So there's that. You can also add comments inside of here. So I could come into your Jamboard here and I could be like, hey, you know, like, I think this is a great idea, exclamation point, hit enter. And then it'll leave a little note of like who left it. And you can also look at it in this view as well to review any comments. And if, you know, you've taken that point into consideration, you can check it off and it'll mark it as resolved. So a lot of companies these days are using it for like not just graphic design, but like marketing and brainstorming and communication projects, so that you can work as a team remotely, but so that you can also work remotely with your clients and they can leave you feedback and then you can reply to that feedback and everything this way. And as I had mentioned before at the beginning of the semester, it's something that is increasingly becoming desired for having experience in when you enter the job field. Okay. Let's see, there's other actions on here where you can like record walking through, you know, your stuff, or like you can walk through it, record yourself talking and everything, and then sharing that with people. You can also add other stuff, like there's other things that you can add. There's like pre-done diagrams and stickers and templates that you can, you know, have fun with. So there's a sticker here and I'm adding that to my board. I don't know. I mean, they're very clip arty stickers, so, you know, but this is free and you get what you pay for. So, yeah. And then once you're done kind of filling out some of your ideas, what you can do, oh, I forgot to talk about sticky notes. Jeez. Yeah, there's like markers here where you can just, you know, like draw something really quick, or maybe you import an image, right, which is really easy. So if I just go to like unsplash.com, okay, and I download something here. All I have to do is click and drag it. It will automatically embed into my Figjam document. Okay. And then I can come in here, and if I wanted to, I can make little notes on top of here. I can put text on it. There's sticky notes that you can add as well. I can choose my color, and I can put them anywhere here where I could put other notes on the side for myself. Okay, it tells you who left that note. Okay. And then once you're done kind of giving us some general idea of what you're doing with your brainstorming, how you're going to formulate it into a website, you can actually share this. So I know I'll be able to open this up inside of Figma anyway, but just for good measure and so you know how to do it, if you hit this share button, you can copy a link directly to your Figjam board. And if you go into Google Classroom, then right in the assignment area, right in here, so that you have something to submit, you can just copy and paste your link in here and hit turn in, so that I know that you have completed that task as well. Okay. Any questions about creating your board in here? If I want to get back or to see like what other people have been doing, in the upper left hand corner, this is your main menu, and you can click back to files, and you can see everyone else's stuff. So if you're stuck too and you're curious about what your classmates are doing between now and Thursday, come in here and let's just kind of take a look. Just, don't click on something and accidentally delete something they put in there. But I think that this is a really nice feature about Figma, so that you're not just always isolated in your own little bubble, right? Okay.